On a quiet Tuesday in London, two generations of the royal family stepped into the public eye, but in two remarkably different ways. And while their engagements took place just miles apart, together they revealed a compelling portrait of a monarchy in motion, one grounded in history, the other reaching toward the future. King Charles III and Queen Camilla began the day with a dignified visit to Canada House on Trafalgar Square. Nestled in the heart of the capital, this historic building serves as the High Commission of Canada in the United Kingdom, a symbol of a shared past, mutual respect, and enduring Commonwealth ties. But this was no ordinary stop on the royal calendar. Their Majesties arrived to mark a moment of true historical significance, the centenary of Canada House, first opened to the public in June of 1925. Canada House is more than brick and mortar. It's a testament to Canada's evolving identity within the Commonwealth and a reflection of how diplomacy and royal tradition intertwine. Nearly a century ago, in that very building, King George V, Charles's great-grandfather, was presented with a ceremonial key made from Canadian bronze, silver, and nickel. This week, King Charles III received a similar key, crafted in honor of that original, connecting the modern monarch to the legacy of his lineage in a gesture that bridged generations with a single symbolic act. The timing could not have been more deliberate. The King and Queen are preparing for a formal visit to Ottawa next week, their first state visit to Canada since the King's accession to the throne. The Canada House engagement served as a prologue, a statement of intent, and a reaffirmation of Canada's place within the heart of the monarchy. With Republican sentiments simmering in parts of the Commonwealth, the Crown is fully aware of the need to maintain presence and relevance. While Charles and Camilla were reaffirming historical bonds and performing their roles as constitutional monarchs, a very different royal moment was unfolding at Buckingham Palace. There, among the manicured lawns and floral splendor, Prince William and Princess Catherine led the royal household's annual garden party, a tradition as iconic as it is beloved. These gatherings are not simply picturesque affairs with afternoon tea and summer dresses. They are crucial moments of connection between the monarchy and the public. Thousands of invited guests, teachers, volunteers, NHS staff, community heroes filled the palace gardens. They came from across the United Kingdom, representing every region and background, each with a story of service and impact. And at the center of it all stood the Prince and Princess of Wales, exuding grace, ease, and familiarity. Their presence wasn't just ceremonial, it was strategic. The royal family understands that public engagement is more than good optics, it is essential to survival in the modern era. As future monarchs, William and Catherine are now the monarchy's most visible and relatable faces. Their walk through the garden, their chats with attendees, their smiles, it all reinforces the idea that the Crown still listens, still sees, still cares. This coordinated appearance of two royal generations, one representing enduring legacy, the other embodying renewal, was no accident. It reflects a clear division of labor within the House of Windsor. King Charles, whose role is steeped in tradition, focuses on the duties that define monarchy, diplomacy, constitutionality, and historical continuity. William and Catherine, meanwhile, lean into the human side: outreach, empathy, modern relevance. That balance has become especially important in recent years. Since the King's accession in September 2022, and amid ongoing health treatments in 2024 and 2025, the palace has quietly shifted more responsibilities toward the Prince and Princess of Wales. Polling from YouGov in early 2025 showed public approval for Prince William at 68%, with Princess Catherine close behind at 6-5, numbers that no other royals currently match. Their generation has become the institution's strongest pillar of public support. But Tuesday's events were not just about the future. They were about the careful curation of memory and symbolism. Canada House, in particular, carries emotional resonance beyond this centenary. In January of 2020, it served as the location for one of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's final appearances as senior royals. Just a day after visiting the High Commission and meeting with Canadian officials, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex announced they would be stepping back from royal duties. At the time, the moment felt like an ending. In hindsight, it was a beginning of another chapter, one defined by separation, personal autonomy, and lasting controversy. Meghan had spent several years living in Canada while filming the television series Suits, and their appearance at Canada House was viewed as both a nod to personal history and a final bow before stepping out of the royal spotlight. That same location, now graced by King Charles, has hosted both union and rupture in the royal story. It's this duality, the merging of historical continuity with unexpected divergence, that gives Tuesday's parallel events such weight. The monarchy is not a static institution. It is fluid, responsive, and at times, deeply personal. One building, Canada House, tells stories of affirmation and departure. One garden, filled with guests from every corner of the nation, projects both prestige and accessibility. The palace's official statement following the Canada House visit began simply, "Happy 100 years to Canada House." But within those words lies a deeper message. The monarchy does not merely exist beside history, it actively participates in shaping it. And shape it they must. The global stage has changed. Within the Commonwealth, discussions about republicanism continue to simmer, particularly in the Caribbean. In Australia and New Zealand, debates around the monarchy's relevance periodically resurface. Against this backdrop, every royal engagement abroad carries extra weight. King Charles's upcoming trip to Ottawa is not just ceremonial, it is strategic. It is meant to reaffirm that ties are not just ceremonial but emotional, historical, and deeply valued. At home, the Crown faces other pressures: a changing political climate, cost of living concerns, and public scrutiny over royal finances. That's where the visibility of Prince William and Princess Catherine becomes crucial. Their appearances at events like the garden party are not just photogenic moments, they're reminders of the monarchy's commitment to service, charity, and the everyday Briton. There is also a generational dimension. Younger audiences, those under 40, are statistically less enthusiastic about the monarchy. Yet, among them, William and Catherine retain a level of trust and interest that no other members of the family currently command. Social media impressions, engagement rates, and press coverage all reinforce this trend. And that is why their every public appearance is so meticulously managed, carefully aligned with broader royal strategy. Tuesday's split engagements, then, offer more than a charming snapshot of royal life. They reveal a living institution, adjusting its focus without abandoning its roots. The king honors history. The prince engages the present. And both, in different ways, prepare the ground for the future. As Canada House prepares to welcome Charles and Camilla once again, this time in Ottawa, the significance of their London visit grows clearer. It wasn't just a tribute to a building's 100th year. It was a signal to Canada and the Commonwealth that the Crown remains engaged, intentional, and present. It was also a subtle reminder of what was lost in 2020, and what must now be preserved. Meanwhile, the public's warm reception of Prince William and Princess Catherine at Buckingham Palace sent another message, one equally vital: that the monarchy, for all its complexity and tradition, still has the power to inspire, to comfort, and to connect. And so, from the dignified symbolism of Canada House to the vibrant atmosphere of the garden party, the British royal family once again demonstrated its remarkable ability to operate on multiple stages at once, each with its own script, each reinforcing the same story. The Crown endures, adapts, and continues. In our next update, we'll take you behind the scenes of King Charles's preparations for the state visit to Ottawa and reveal the quiet diplomatic messages embedded in every step of the itinerary. Stay tuned.